Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday, and it is time for your Divine Masculine reading. I know I have been doing those on Mondays, but I have decided to switch those to Tuesdays. And so your Divine Feminine reading will be on Wednesdays. Tuesdays will be the Divine Masculine reading, and Wednesdays will be the Divine Feminine reading. We will be doing a different video starting next week for Mondays, which is why I wanted to move the readings to a different day. So today is your Divine Masculine reading. I hope you guys are all doing well and that you've been having a wonderful week. And we're going to look at what's going on with our Mr. Masculine and see if we can get a little insight into what might be happening in their karmic world. Because that always seems to be shrouded in mystery, right? The Divine Masculine's secret karmic world and all of the mystery and shadows that it seems to hold, and the suffering, of course, that it causes the Divine Feminine. We can't forget that because that always seems to be a part of it. But if you guys are here, it's totally 100% because you guys are on a twin flame journey. There is no doubt about it. Now, the twin flame journey can be a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It's still the twin flame journey. And what I mean by that is there can be different stories. Your experiences and how this happens and manifests and shows up for you is going to be extraordinarily unique. Why? Because it's your spiritual awakening, and your spiritual awakening is, of course, tailored by the universe and by God specifically for you. It's designed for you, Divine Feminine, which is why some things you learn about twin flames and some of the blogs and some of the teachers that you listen to are going to make sense, and other things are not going to make sense. Well, the reason why this is happening is because twin flame teachers and people who write stories and blogs and try to give, advice and help, they're going through their own twin flame journey, which is why they have landed in this position of being able to now become mentors and coaches for those that are just entering in. But they're going to teach, as I will, from the perspective that I know and understand. But what I have learned, which I think is what makes me, in particular, a more unique coach in certain ways, not always, but in certain ways, is because I look at this from a perspective of everybody's different and how there is no specific blueprint and way that I can tell you, oh yeah, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And then if you do this and that's going to happen. Anybody that tells you that they know how your journey is going to unfold and they can help you figure it out and how to get there is not being honest and truthful with you. Now, a good teacher, a good coach, a good mentor is going to recognize that your journey is yours and yours alone, and that it is unique. And they're going to help you look at things from new perspectives so that you can find the answers within you. There is no master. You are your master. You are not mastered by anyone. Are there people that are further along down the path? Absolutely. Can they help you with certain things? Of course they can. And many twin flame teachers are out there, and a lot of them are going to offer you a lot of excellent help and advice. But what I think is important, and I'll always say this as a teacher and coach myself, is that this is your journey and you have to find the answers within you. I am outside of you. I am something that is outside of you that can point you to the place where you can find the answers. But I can't go in there and find them for you. And no teacher can. So a good teacher, keep this in mind, a good teacher will never take advantage of that and act as if they're the ones that have all the answers for you. They'll just guide you within so that you can find them on your own. Now, at the bottom of the deck today, we have Let me get my glasses here. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right, I'm also going to, I forgot to light this little incense. I've been forgetting to do that lately, but I like to have that running during the reading, so I'm going to do that really quick, if you don't mind. And then we'll get right back into this reading here. If I can get it to start. I just think that the smoke and the smell create a nice ambiance, and it affects the reading itself, as does all things, right? With Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, Divine Masculine probably has some kind of new job. Maybe they're facing a promotion or trying to get a promotion. They could have just recently gotten one. Maybe they're looking to promote themselves to a higher spiritual perspective. They could be trying to promote themselves to a higher place of respect within their community, within their family and friend circles. But they're investing a lot of time and energy into whatever this goal is that they want to achieve. In recent past, Divine Masculine has met a person that has caused them to open themselves up to being more creative in their pursuits and to having a new perspective, maybe having more balance and harmony in their lives. And this person has had a profound effect on Divine Masculine. What I suspect is that this person is you, Divine Feminine, and that even prior to meeting you, Divine Masculine was affected by the energies that are shared between the two of you, the connection that is what we call union or unity. You can't be out of union with your Divine Masculine, contrary to what you might read or see in some of the twin flame community. Union is something that is what you and Divine Masculine already are. The way it's spoken about in the twin flame community is sometimes people will instead call it physical union. They'll say you're in spiritual union and that you're spiritually connected, but they're talking about physical union with your twin flame. Physical union, well, what does that mean? Does that mean that you suddenly merge and become one person physically? Does that mean that you and your Divine Masculine are inseparable and you can't even go to the bathroom without each other? Does that mean that you and your Divine Masculine are in a romantic relationship, which is defined by what? The ego or perspectives of what the world calls a romantic relationship? What would physical union be? If physical union was an actual thing for twin flames, then it would be something that could be easily defined. But the problem is that physical union would be defined by every Divine Feminine differently. And it would all be what the mind of the Divine Feminine wants for their Divine Masculine to be and how they should show up. Well, I'm here to tell you, even though it may not be a popular perspective, physical union isn't a thing for twin flames. And I want to make a video specifically about this where I really go in depth about it. But physical union isn't a thing for twin flames. Divine union already is. And so when you have twin flame teachers that are out there that are telling you what union is and, saying that they can get you into union with their twin flame, with your twin flame, and they're selling you a false product. They're appealing to your ego, which is exactly the opposite of what a good twin flame teacher would do. So, Anyone that claims to have done all these unions and this and that, maybe you should ask them to really define what that means before you take them on as a twin flame teacher. Now, in Divine Masculine's karmic situation, stress has played a huge part. But the darkness is always teaching us something and showing us something. And so after suffering for a period of time, Divine Masculine's energies and, the soul groups and families that help us, the universe, God, they're coming in through dreams, through experiences, synchronicities, to show Divine Masculine a higher perspective so that they can gain the clarity from this perpetual problem that they seem to find themselves in, so that they can overcome it, release it, and then grow and move from it so that they can transcend and transmute it and be more in alignment with that higher self, which is where you and your Divine Masculine are in union with each other. It's the true twin flame. It's the monad. Wow, in recent past with you and Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, you have the Empress the Emperor and the Hierophant. So with these two cards, you have respect, leadership, and someone who really stands strong and firm in their foundation. And then you also have traditions and, expectations, kind of conforming to whatever these traditions and expectations are. So with these two energies mixed, right? And you'll have to kind of look at your situation with your Divine Masculine to be able to really fully interpret how this affects your dynamic. Because again, yours is not going to be like anyone else's. It's extraordinarily unique because it's tailored just for you. But this relationship, this meeting of the two of you is meant to break down old ideas and lead you into something bigger, better, and more in alignment with the truth of who you really are at the core. And this is happening simultaneously for you and your Divine Masculine at the same time. Now, how it shows up for you, being that you have a whole different body, and how it shows up for them and them having a whole different body and a whole different experience, it's not going to look the same because we're all extraordinarily unique. And as it's showing up uniquely for you, it's also showing up uniquely for them. However, it's very much a mirror. It's very much a mirror. If your Divine Masculine seems extraordinarily out of alignment and your relationship with them seems extraordinarily out of alignment, it's because there's something within you and with them that is out of alignment, right? Because the two are one. So being out of alignment is just being out of alignment. It's not their fault or your fault. It's just what it is. And the whole purpose of the two of you coming together is to break you out of that so that you can be in alignment. And then, of course, you recognize that union is something that already is, always has been, and always will be, whether you're in alignment with it or not. Issues for Divine Masculine are currently popping up left and right. They're feeling sick often, just tired, lack of energy, money issues. Things are just not happening right now the way Divine Masculine wants them to. And it's totally because Divine Masculine's out of alignment and needs to get into alignment, right? But really it's all the stuff that's happening to shed all of these layers, right? Like all these different layers that get down to the core, right? The center, the truth of who you are. And so all these things are a necessary part of the process. It's not because Divine Masculine is doing anything wrong or that you're doing anything wrong. It's the process that we all have to go through for self-actualization. That's why we're all here in this university of life, this universe that we call home. All right. There is a little bit of a dissonance going on in Divine Masculine's mind. On one hand, they really are looking to promote this, job or business or relationships, people's perspective on them. They want to be a leader. They want to kind of stand out in the crowd. And they know that there's like networking and teamwork that go along with that. But they also know and feel this strong pull to like let it all go and go within and retreat for a period of time for like self-growth and internal growth. And they're having a hard time because what they've always looked for is, to fit in and to be part of the group and to be part of everything. But so it's difficult for them to let that go because they're afraid that if they take some time to go within and retreat, that they'll lose all the momentum. But what Divine Masculine doesn't realize and needs to come to the realization of is that that's actually going to just catapult Divine Masculine forward. It's not going to, even if it looked like it was temporary slowing them down, it's like, it's actually going to like spring them forward, like way beyond what holding on and resisting this urge to go within is doing. They need to let that go, take the time that they need to strengthen themselves and to know who they really are, and then move into a different, then they can move into actually achieving this and beyond. And it looks like because of the meeting that they have had with you and because of the feelings that they have had with you, both of you are facing some kind of breakup, potentially a divorce. You could be in the middle of it. You could have met each other while you're in the middle of it. Maybe as a result of meeting each other, there's been a breakdown in the current relationships that were there. It looks like it's not just for Divine Masculine, but it's also for you. It could be romantic relationships. It could be family, friendships, whatever it is. There's definitely some old layers shedding away. And that's all happening to kind of burn off the old so that the new growth can reappear. And that is something that is absolutely 100% a result of the catalytic experience of meeting each other. If you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe this video. If you guys like the channel, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you like the tarot readings and the videos, please like them. They really do help us. They go a long way. And also one-on-ones are always available in the description box below. You can find the links. Me and Cam are always happy to assist you guys with anything that you might need. Now, Divine Masculine, again, solid, practical leadership, right? We keep seeing this showing up in this reading today. They are kind of a natural born leader, but in order to really be able to lead well and be prosperous in that and to lead others to prosperity, you have to kind of go through the meat grinder sometimes yourself in order to be able to do that. And that's what Divine Masculine is experiencing and has been experiencing. Now, in the future, though, it looks like that's all going to start paying off and Divine Masculine is going to be able to step into their power. But that's only going to happen if they're willing to shed the old layers that are not serving them well. They have to learn the lessons. They're going to stay there till the lessons are learned. That's just the way that it works here in this university of life. Divine Masculine is no different, which is why they are going to be just kind of dropping this like a hot potato. They know that the situation that they've been in with whatever these karmic things are, could be it could be a current relationship, it could be a divorce, it could be an ex-wife, an ex-husband. They know that they're never going to achieve the heights, even if it's just instinctually. They know it. They're not going to achieve the heights that they dream of if they keep carrying around this dead weight. And they've got to let go of the obligation towards it. It's not going to be an easy process for Divine Masculine to get there, as it's not an easy process for you to get there, Divine Feminine. So some empathy towards them will bring empathy back toward you. Toward you in the future, Divine Masculine is going to come in with some scattered and annoying energy. But they're going to come in and they're going to seem frazzled and upset, and they're going to be talking quickly and making a lot of excuses. But it's all going to be coming from a specific reason. And that reason is that they are recognizing that they have made some very serious mistakes toward you. Now, mistakes are something that you can say, we wish we wouldn't have done, the regrets. But the thing is Divine Masculine had to learn these things. They had to make the mistakes with you that they made in order to get to this place where they could come back. So when they come back and they seem frazzled, they seem like they're, talking a million miles an hour, apologizing, maybe not making a lot of sense, jumping around, be a little bit forgiving and empathetic. Do not let your boundaries go. Don't fall for any of the traps that the back and forth twin flame mirroring phase can create. But instead, stay strong, hold on to who you are, know what your bullseye is, know what your center is, and that needs to be your number one goal. And when that's your number one goal and you're coming into alignment, you'll see that your Divine Masculine starts to show up in alignment as well. Now, again, does that mean that you guys are going to have like a physical union? That's defined by you, Divine Feminine. And remember what physical union is. It's something that is an idea that comes from the ego. And part of aligning is letting go of the egoic control. Okay? That's not you trying to control things. It's the ego trying to control you. You master over the ego. You recognize that you are alignment. You are the true twin flame. You are already in union. That's inner union. And when you have inner union, you see outer union in the world. But that, because you can't see it right now, doesn't mean you don't have it. So that's a rabbit hole that I urge you to look at and go down, because it's very important for twin flames to understand these concepts. And you will find them through spiritual study and spiritual development. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card here for you guys. This was a great reading. Please, again, like and subscribe. We really love you guys and want to work with you. And we want to give you all the opportunity to learn and grow by being in contact and communication with each other. That's why we've named our channel the Conduits, because it's not just about us. It's all about you guys. It's about all of us. And we all have something very important to offer each other. We're all unique pinpoints in this ascension that we're all going through. And we all have something that we can, little pieces of the puzzle that we can offer each other on our journeys back within. And this card, as I'm talking about this, just fell out of the deck, which I absolutely love, because it's what we're talking about right now. Community. I love this. Now, imagine it like this. Like, this is you, right? This is you. And this is the tree of life right here, right? And we're all a part of it, right? We're all crows and leaves and a part of this tree of life that make us a community, right? And we all have something to offer, where it's all one, yet it's all individual. It's the individual parts that make the whole, which make the one, right? And so we're all a part of that. And this is what the Conduits community is based upon. And as you guys know, ravens are my thing. I love them. They have been guides to me on my journey. And I had a raven that came to me during my dark night of the soul. And the symbology, I could go on about this forever, but it has revealed so much to me. So I love that this card, as I'm sitting here talking about the conduits and the community that I want you guys to be a part of, I want you guys to help each other, because this raven and this raven and this, we're all unique points. We all have different perspectives, and we can share all of these things with each other to gain a bigger and greater picture of the whole. This is spiritual development. And while this one's learned over here, and this one's learned over here, and this one's learned over here, we're all at different points, but we can share, we can help each other, we can connect the dots, and we can't do it alone. And this journey can feel very, very lonely. And we want to offer you guys a community where you guys can talk and share your stories and give each other advice and information about your spiritual experiences to help others expand and learn and grow in their consciousness. So let's look this up really quick and see what it means from the book's perspective. All right, community. Here in the Seattle area, we have 3 big roosts. The largest, I believe, is the one at the UW Bothell campus. Each of these roosts serves as a community. It is a sanctuary. It is a place for the crows to retreat to in the evening, where they are accepted and comforted. Lean on your community. Lean into the groups of people who you feel most at peace with during times of friction or stress. When you pull community, think of it as a nudge to connect with a group that interests you. Not only will you find new opportunities there, you will become part of a group focused on a similar goal. Community may also indicate that you would benefit from examining your relationships within a group or belief system. Are your goals and beliefs in alignment with the group's philosophy? Do you remain within a community because it is simply part of your history, but your involvement or participation is limited, and as a result you feel disconnected? You may need to consider if the philosophy of a community that you no longer connect with is still impacting your decisions or your perception of the events. So I love this because oftentimes that can happen. Now, that's something with our own community that can absolutely happen. Our community is going to grow and evolve, right? As do all communities grow and evolve. And if there's ever a period of time where something isn't in alignment with you, you really should look at that. That could be an opportunity for you to help the community itself grow further and beyond. But if you're ever in a community that doesn't listen to or accept you as a part and your opinions as a part with respect, then it's not the community for you. You should always, whether you agree or disagree on everything, you should always be looked at with respect, and you should always treat the people in your life with respect, right? We attract what we are. So look at those things as you're going through this spiritual path. I think this is such an important card, you guys. I'm going to talk just a tiny bit longer about it. There are so many different online communities out there for business, for spirituality, for relationships, for health, for wellness. Some of them are going to, what we feed ourselves matters. And information is food, right? It's food for the mind. It's food for the soul. Take in information wisely. Use your discernment. Okay. If it doesn't resonate, look at it. Is it me? Is it them? Is it both? Like, what is it? What is it? Is it perspective? Is it that this is out of alignment with me? Is it my perception? And really be careful where you give your attention and what you allow in. Make sure that it's coming from healthy sources, from a place where you're truly valued and respected, because you deserve that. And you also deserve to be able to give your time and attention to those that see the value in it, right? So that you're not expending that energy for no reason. So don't stay in a place that doesn't resonate with you. Okay? Things come, they can resonate for a while, and then you learn and you move past it and you grow past it, and that's okay. It was valuable at the time, and now it no longer is. That is the cycle, the process that we go through. And if we hold on to everything, and we don't let things go that aren't serving us well, we weight ourselves down and we experience anxiety and resistance. So stay present, stay in the moment, know who you are, express yourself, love yourself, and center yourself around those that also have that same type of philosophy. I love you guys. I really, really do. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.